It is so like spring looking, springish outside today. Huh? Oh, Mama go make you milk. She's still rocking her Christmas pajamas. I guess I should say good morning again. We got up fairly decent, like at a fairly decent time this morning. So I'm trying to make sure that we don't sleep too late this week, because I know the time change is in, I think that'd be like 11 days or so. So I don't want to end up waking up at a ridiculously late hour because we're not adjusted and ready. So trying to make it a point to put her to bed just a little bit earlier and wake up just a little bit earlier. About to make her milk and then get the day started. I think I'm going to make it a point today when my husband gets home that we'll go outside and sit on the porch with her some, because it's really pretty out there and I think it's going to be like 70 today. So this probably doesn't look that good, but I've been using my mini crock pot. This is kind of really what I bought it for, is for leftovers. Instead of trying to freeze them or toss something, I've been turning things into soup for me during the week for lunch and then for Willow to try. But this is actually just a little bit of leftover spaghetti sauce that I had, and then a little bit of leftover ground deer meat, and then I threw in like a good handful of spinach. I'm going to see if Willow will eat this, so I really just made this for her, but I had it running on low while we slept, and then I just turned it off. So I'm probably going to make like some penne noodles or something she can grab easily and then just toss it in it. Okay, what in the world? So I got her laid down at 1, actually I went in her room at 1:11 and said her goodnight prayers and then held her for a second, and like she was already rolling her eyes, falling asleep. So she literally fell asleep with me holding her in my arm for 3 to 4 minutes, because I went in there at 1:11 and I was out at 1:16. So she must have been really tired. I'm trying to shorten her naps just a little bit and then get her in bed about an hour earlier right now, just to get ready for the time change where she's not, you know, wanting to get in bed at 11 o'clock at night, because I don't really want to do that again. So I'm about to make lunch. I'm eating this lean cuisine. Okay, so randomest project idea ever. I just went and threw on an older shirt. This was actually a shirt I bought to use for like dress clothes, and Willow got all kinds of grease on the front, so it's now just a little older shirt. So I did that, and then I threw my hair up really quick. But I was sitting here thinking that in the daytime I push Willow in her crib, or not her crib, her pack and play. I will open the window up wider and then kind of scoot her towards it to get some sunlight from inside. And she'll watch like the cars go by and things. But I was telling my husband that I needed to get a, hold on, she needs a snack again. Always the teething wafers. They're the easiest thing when you just need something to suffice the moment. Cracker? Oh, you dropped a piece. Say thank you. Okay, so anyways, what I was saying, in the winter time, Willow had a little inflatable snowman outside the window there so she could see it. But since then, I keep trying to remember that I need to make a trip, like maybe to Hobby Lobby or something, and get just a few little like yard ornaments that are taller. Like I thought maybe like one of the little wind spinner things, or maybe like a really big pinwheel or something. I don't know. I just thought she would like to have something just to see out there because it's just dead grass right now. So like this is what she sees, and then she sees, you know, she was excited because this bug, I don't even know if you can see there's a bug that landed on the window, and she was really excited about it and kept yelling bug. But I happened to think that I know you can use acrylic paint on windows, and I've used acrylic paint since I was about 10 years old. I paint with them a lot. So I pulled out some really bright spring looking colors, and I got, I reused the bottle. This is the Method multi-surface bottle, but this is Method glass cleaner. It smells like mint. It smells really good. I got it at Ross for like $2 or $3 for the big jug, so it was a really good deal. But I'm going to wipe this window off right quick, and then I'm going to try to paint. Like, it's not going to be perfect. I'm not an artist or anything. But I'm just going to paint, like, I think, like, 2 or 3 little flowers and maybe, like, a sun or something, just for something for her to look at. So I thought I would show that. I guess this is Play School Paint Hour because it's not going to be perfect. It's just something quick. So I'm going to hurry up and do that. And then I've got to vacuum the floor. So I picked up the bigger pieces of Cheerios and crackers and cookies and all that. Yeah. So I've got to pick, or I already picked that up. So I've got to vacuum that. That's the plan anyways. And I took these 2 little pieces of hair out earlier because they're like broken hair that keeps falling out, and I don't like how it's, I don't know, I'm being dramatic. Okay.
Same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow. But when it melts, the other ways will show. We're gonna make the footsteps on our own. That life can wait, just for a while. That life can wait, so take that aside and just go on. herself in the mirror on the restroom door. Voices in her head that mirror what she's heard before. All the things they said to hold her back, they never seem to leave her head and tend to keep her mind at war. All the things they said to hold her back, they keep her locked inside of all the times when she's been hurt before. Her eyes are swollen as she tries to hold her tears back. Her hands are shaking and her palms are sweating as she says, I don't wanna listen to a word you say, telling me what I can become. And I've been looking forward to this day, the day I prove you
Wow. Wow. Hey. Yeah. So this is the finished product. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it just gives her something cute to look at. It's kind of hard to tell because it's so bright that my phone keeps adjusting. I started off, you probably noticed that I started off with a darker yellow, and that's why it looks a little bit clumpy. And it was really old and dried out, did not work, so I just kind of mixed it together. But I think it's cute to give her something to look at. And on this pink flower, I was going to go a different way, and I actually started off thinking I'd put faces on the flowers, but I just put one on the little sun, and she was talking the whole time about it. So now we've got to let it dry. So, super random, but I just like doing little things that I think she might notice and enjoy. And it wasn't hard. It's not going to be hard to clean that off at all. I literally grabbed a baby wipe to correct mistakes, and I didn't even have to scrub. I just kind of barely rubbed it across it. So, or across it. I don't know why I said across it. I think I may start trying to do her a little, I don't want to say seasonal. I guess it is seasonal. But maybe like based on like maybe a holiday or something, I might start painting her a little something up there. Because that was fun to do, and she was giggling the whole time, so I think she liked it. But hopefully we don't have any super duper cold weather come through that makes the windows sweat, or I'm going to be hurrying up and cleaning it right back off again. So I'm going to get this paint put up, and then she needs a diaper change and possibly change her clothes again. Maybe see if she wants to eat a little bit. So I'm already a little bit behind, but it's not a big deal. And then I have some laundry I need to do, and then I'm going to get the floor vacuum. Do you like it? Huh? Did you see your window? Look. Pretty flowers. Pretty flowers. So pretty. Flowers and a sun. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 flowers. Yeah. I'm trying to hurry and prep supper before Willow wakes up. And I'm going to actually make homemade chicken quesadillas. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet. But I got the big burrito-sized ones so that it would be closer to a quesadilla size. And I am calorie counting, so I'm trying to... I ate a smaller lunch in order to have this, but I want it to be close to Taco Bell. So normally for a quesadilla, I would use shredded chicken, but I'm about to cut this up into really small cubes to kind of be more like Taco Bell. And then my husband has this spicy or creamy spicy ranchero sauce. This is not the quesadilla sauce, but this is what I'm going to use on his. But for 2 tablespoons, it's 120 calories. Yeah. So that's just a little too much for me, honestly, because it's just not worth it. And it doesn't really taste the same. But I thought that I could use mild green chili enchilada sauce for me. It would probably be pretty good. And a 1/4 cup is only 25 calories. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and cube this up. This is probably not all the seasoning I will use, but throw some seasoning in it, cut it up, put it in the pan, and saute it till it's done. And I'm going to try making like a sauce of my own, maybe with like some sour cream or something. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so this is taking me a while because I'm literally cutting it super duper fine, and I swapped knives. I think I need to sharpen my knives. They're kind of just tearing it up, which is actually fine for a quesadilla, but I also need to get a cutting board with the removable inserts because I keep having to use a plate. I'm scared I'm going to mess the plates up and it just makes it longer, but I'm going to go ahead and heat my pan up. So I just spritzed a little bit of olive oil, and I've only got it on about 2 or 3 because I still have to finish cutting this up, and then by then it'll be warm, but I don't want it to burn, so I'm going to finish cutting this up and then throw it in the pan. And I also forgot, I do want to chop up an onion. I'll probably use about half of this. Doesn't have to be exact, and I'm going to put this in the pan first. So I'm going to get through chopping this, and then I'll put this in the pan to brown a little bit just for some flavor. I got my chicken cut up, and then I'm about to, this onion, I peeled it, and then I cut the ends off, and it wasn't quite as big as I thought, so I think I'm just going to use the whole thing, but I'm going to try out my, this is just a manual hand chopper with this. I bought this to do, like egg salads with, but it showed that you could do onions with it, so can't get it to close. Okay, I think it's right. What is going on with this? Okay, there's a guard on it. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I don't want to cut myself. Y'all, my eyes are like freaking out over here, but I can't get this little guard off. And I'm trying not to cut my finger again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's why I wouldn't close. Let's try this again. That piece needed to come off. This is working really good, but I'm trying to make sure you can see me. Choppers usually work better when you have more versus less. So now that I know that it's actually going to chop this up, I'm just going to put the rest of this in. I see a little spot I didn't cut off. Hold on. Okay, this worked really, really well and saved a ton of time. There's a few little pieces that are kind of bigger, but it's not a big deal. So, my pan is hot. Probably going to add a little bit of olive oil, or a little more olive oil, since I forgot that I am browning the onions first. Okay, so I've got those in the pan. I'm just going to cook these until they look slightly browned, caramelized looking. And then I didn't show my chicken. It's really just kind of minced up. I kind of did it on purpose, but also I need to sharpen my knives. And then I just remembered I have these 2 little mini sweet peppers from earlier. I'm going to chop up and throw in with it just because I don't know what else I'm going to do with these. Okay, I chopped the 2 peppers and put it in here, and now I'm just going to let this saute. And then need to go get Willow up because where's your cup at? Milk? Milk? Some almonds? There you go. So thank you. Really big one. Lettuce, yum yum. Is that good? I think I have shared this, but this is the randomest thing. I always say the spine. I think it's the rib from lettuce is like her favorite snack ever. And then I recently got her to eating some sliced or chopped almonds to get a little extra calcium. So we don't know what we want from one day to the next. So her extra saucer over there, I vacuumed off, but I'm going to wipe it down one more good time in about, I think it's 10 days. We have the kid-to-kid consignment thing, so I'm going to go ahead and take it in because she doesn't need to stay in it anymore anyways. And then this bin right here has some greenery and then just random. I had to come check the onions because they smelled like they were cooking kind of fast. What I was saying, the kid-to-kid sale or consignment we have to turn stuff in is in a few days. I don't know how long it is, and okay, so I think it's not a good idea for me to try to talk to a phone on a tripod. So the kid-to-kid sale is in a few days. I honestly don't even remember. I think it's like 8 days or something. We have an appointment, and they have so much coming in that you have to make an appointment to turn in. So I have a lot of stuff that I have to turn in for that. I think my mother-in-law is going to go with me if she can, so that I'm not trying to lug all of it inside of the store along. So my husband called, and then I fell over the kitchen rug a little bit. So this is what the onions and a little bit of pepper looks like now. This is good enough for me to go ahead and toss the chicken in, because they're going to cook into the chicken a little more anyways. So I'm just going to scoop these over where they can actually get a good sear, and then I'm going to kick the heat up to about medium just until it starts to brown. And I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic powder, ground cumin, and paprika. No measurements, just shaking it and going by the way it looks. And since it's only 3:30, I am like pre-cooking this, and I'm going to go ahead and kick it up because I need it to brown a little faster. And then once this is done, I'm just going to set this aside in a bowl. And of course it'll be cooled by dinner time. I'll just heat it back up then, and then just assemble the quesadillas. And also I think I'm going to try to make me like a healthier quesadilla sauce. So one thing I don't think I mentioned earlier, you can actually make your own homemade like Taco Bell quesadilla sauce, but the main ingredient in it is, or one of the main ingredients is the little, or no, not the cans, it's the jar, like a pickled jalapeno. And I think you're supposed to just chop up a few and put it in there, and then you're also supposed to use like 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of the juice. I don't have those. And I did have the little bitty cans of jalapenos, and I don't know what recipe I ended up using that on. I can't remember. So I thought maybe if I had like the like what the green chili enchilada sauce is made out of, so the actual chilies, but again, I used that. I think I used that on chicken spaghetti a while back. So I'm gonna try mixing up like a concoction of like mayo, sour cream, green chili enchilada sauce, and some seasoning. It's probably not gonna taste anything like quesadilla sauce, but I'm sure it'll be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up where I can have it ready to go in the fridge and get little Miss demanding over here another snack because she's yelling at me. I also had 2 fairly large chicken breasts left over that I'm going to store in the fridge and figure out something probably for lunch for me later this week, but I don't know what yet. You want more pineapple? Say lids don't make good plates, do they? I don't know. Eat your pineapple. So it's starting to brown a little bit. There's no set time on this. As with pretty much any meat, I just know about the point that it's done. So I've just been making sure that I scrape the bottom to keep the seasoning and stuff scraped off of it where it doesn't burn. And as soon as it not chars, but browns just a little bit more, I'm going to add some of this. So I'm not going to measure it, just going to put a little bit in it for flavor, and then try to come up with a sauce. And I think instead of using a skillet to like cook the quesadillas, I'm going to have my husband get the griddle down, and then I'll just wipe it off and use that. I think that'll be quicker. Is it good? No, it's not good. This is not juice, baby. This is dinner. Okay, so the bottom of the pan is starting to do kind of like a char, and I do want that a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off and keep it moving around. You don't want it to burn. And then I'm just going to do a little splash, mix it up really good, and then I'm going to scoot it over to a clear burner where it will stop cooking. Okay, so I added a few tablespoons of water and mixed it around, and this is what it looks like. So obviously it's not like Taco Bell. Taco Bell has like grilled, actually it's like frozen meat. It's not fresh, but I tasted it and it tasted pretty good. It does need, it does need a little bit of spice or pepper taste, but I don't want to add anything to it and make it too hot because I'm going to use Taco Bell sauce. I'm sure my husband will dip his in it, and then I'm going to try to make me a quick sauce. I forgot, I actually did get Taco Bell salsa verde cheese for this, so I'm hoping this is good. I haven't had this, so this will also add a little bit of heat, so I don't want to overdo it with the pepper. But I'm just going to honestly squeeze about as much as I think should go in here and taste it. I've been buying the Daisy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not using my tripod right now because it's not working out the best. But I'm propping my phone up. I need to get me one of the little, like, tabletop. I'm right at the air vent, if you can't tell. I need to get one of the little, like, tabletop tripods. And I haven't done it yet. But I have been using the Daisy light sour cream in the bag. It's so much easier. Just squeeze it out. And it's lighter in calories. So I'm just going to do this based off of looks. So that's about probably a tablespoon, or maybe a little bit more, but I think it's about a tablespoon. And then I have olive oil and mayo, but I kind of got an idea looking at recipes, and they just said use some mayo, period. Okay, so this is also about another tablespoon of the mayo and the sour cream. And then I'm just going to pour a little splash of the green chili sauce. So, I don't know, maybe right at 2 tablespoons. And then a little bit of garlic because I love garlic. Just a little. And then some Taco Bell hot sauce. We like the hot better than the mild. So maybe about a teaspoon. And then I'm going to mix it up. Okay, it tastes really good actually. Like, this almost tastes kind of like a chip dip, but it's not quite the taste I'm wanting. But I'm going to add in just a little bit more garlic powder. And then another splash of the hot sauce. And then I'm going to taste it and see if it needs some green chili sauce or not. Okay, that's actually surprisingly good. It actually tastes kind of like an avocado ranch, but I'm going to add just a little bit more of this again. I wanted like that flavor. What is this? What is it? Can you say chocolate? Chocolate? Excuse me. Willow, did you have that chocolate? Look at that. Ew. Ew. You can't have more. She thinks she's got.
You won't eat it, though. Learn you how to read. Of course you do. Relax.
Daddy.
Bye.
Wee. Wee. Can you say wee? Cheese. Wee. Wee.